Delighted to say that Morten Frost is back with us for the remaining 3 matches of this tie, and I did think there, Morten, the Indian pair were playing very well.
They were. I was watching it after having a brilliant dinner. It's nice to get something to eat.
Good.
But, you know, I was watching it from the stands, and after, as you say, a poor start, I really think they picked up very well.
Yeah.
So that was impressive. It was a match I did honestly think that they were having a lot of trouble winning.
Yeah. So, 2-love the lead for India against Hong Kong. And next up is women's singles number 2, as you can see, next to Pusala Venkata Sindhu against the Hong Kong youngster. Then the second women's doubles, and then the 5th match, the 3rd women's singles. This is the standard format, order of play for all Thomas and Uber Cups. You only deviate from this order if a player is playing twice within the tie. So, Chiturit Tanukarapat of Thailand, the umpire leading out the players. So we've gone from World Championship bronze medalists in the women's doubles to bronze medalists in the women's singles representing India. Pusala Venkata Sindhu, better known as PV Sindhu. Her opponents, Chung Ing Mei, 20 years of age, the Hong Kong player. Well, PV Sindhu has been in the top 10 of the world ranking, been as high as 9. She's dropped down a couple of places at the moment, just outside at 11 in the world ranking. But can you believe this young lady is still just 18 years of age? Will not turn 19 until the 5th of July. How much she's achieved. Still a junior player. World ranking there confirming that she's just outside the top 10. And her win-loss record for the year, well, she reached the final of the Saeed Modi Grand Prix Gold in Lucknow, where she lost out to the #1 player from India, Saina Nehwal, who played magnificently in the first match of the tie. So, an Asian junior champion, I do beg your pardon, Sindhu, up against a player that doesn't have an awful lot of international experience. There you can see her career win-loss record. Well, and her only tournament this year was the Vietnam International, where she lost in the first round. The 20-year-old. Do not, though, pay any attention to that world ranking, 434. She only has 4 tournaments towards that world ranking. So you really need 10 tournaments to get a realistic indication of your capabilities, and she just simply hasn't had the international exposure so far. Yesterday she played the 2nd women's singles, as we look once again at our umpire and our service judge Trish Dubb from
Let it play.
New Zealand. Now, when Chung Ing Mei played against Jindapon yesterday, she lost in 2 straight games, 21-11, 21-12. Jindapon, well, crikey, all the Thailand women's singles players I rate very highly. Of course, they have the current world champion in Ratchanat Intanon, but I thought that yesterday, I only caught 1 or 2 glimpses, Morten, but I thought there was some nice rallies, just didn't have the winning weapons as far as I could see, the Hong Kong player.
Yes, I agree with you, and she looks a little bit, you know, frail, so to speak, in women's singles. I'm sure she's much better than 434 on
yes.
ranking, but whether that is enough to really take on Sindhu here, I doubt it a bit.
Ladies
and gentlemen, on my right, India, represented by PV Sindhu, and on my left, Hong Kong, China, represented by Chang Yingmei. India to serve, level, play.
So the 18-year-old PV Sindhu, born in Secunderabad, lives and trains in the city of Hyderabad under the watchful eye of Pulela Gopichand. Now, given what I've just said about the Hong Kong player Chang Yingmei and a lack of weapons, is that Mrs. Sindhu? That's PV's mother, I think. I wonder if her father's here. Oh, of course.
I saw him unlock now.
Yeah. Former captain of the Indian volleyball team. In fact, her mother was a volleyball player as well. Now, going back to the point I was just making there, Morton, the fact that the Hong Kong player, steady, but no real weapons, in total contrast, PV Sindhu, huge weapons. Great height as an athlete. She's 1.80 m, about 5'11". And with shots like that, she creates angles, she's got good power. In fact, at times, I think you need to sort of dampen her down instead of going for winners all the time, to work the rally first. So very contrasting styles.
Yes, and you know, we just already see it now. It's like 4-1 up, and been scoring 3 points, I think, and one was playing out on the baseline. So it's I think this is what we're going to see, the match. PV Sindhu really going on the attack. She's a very natural attacking player, but as you say, you know, when she comes up and play higher ranked players, her game is a little bit too simple. She's playing the same shots from the same angle, from the same position every single time, and you know, when she's standing up against some of the really good players, they suss it and really counter-attack. It's too simple.
So do you think she needs, it's a decision-making thing, or does she need more skills, more variation?
A bit of both. A bit of both, but I think it's now it's more decision.
Yeah,
it's more backbone. It's more, I'm usually doing this. This is working for me. This is what I will do. But she's got to find other ways of doing it, because you know, people are just making out her game, sussing it, and say, okay, now this one is coming, now that one is coming. I was standing here. I will be waiting for it, because she will play them.
Yeah.
One of the trademarks is obviously everything is going down, and the first shot she's playing and moving towards the net, she will always push down the line, like that one. And then she's having this smash and follow up, and it's the same things all the time.
I'm sitting here and I'm in total agreement with you, Morton, but there's some little nagging thing at the back of my mind saying, Morton, she's only 18. Surely this is going to come naturally with time. That said, I'm also very aware that our current world champion won the World Championship last year, aged 18.
Yes.
So players are getting younger. You do have to develop at a younger age, and you do have to always think about improving.
Yes, and there's always this pressure from underneath, and you have to keep asking yourself the questions: how can I improve? How can I do it better? What can I do to do so and so?
Yeah.
You really have to be soul searching every time you're after tournaments, seeing players play. What can I do to counter attack this? How can I do it better?
Service over, 9-4.
wide, and therefore mid-game interval, with a 7-point advantage for PV Sindhu. Just 6 minutes to this mid-court interval. Now, can't hear what he's saying, Pulala Gopachand, but he looks to be saying something about a crisp, sharp downward shot there.
Yeah, but it's also because I think that what he's trying to say is when she's attacking, her opponent, I've seen on occasions now, is cross, the defense is coming cross court, and I think that's what he's signaling.
Okay.
On court 3, women's singles.
11-4, play.
Canada, represented by
Yeah, that's what she's got to do. She's got to add on that pressure. Whatever she's got,
11.
she's got to go in for that attack. She must make Sindhu uneasy. She must shake her up. Because if she's just playing like this, there's no way she's going to win. That's the push down the line. Finally difficult to control the length of the court. Playing a little bit with the drift here. That's a very nice shot.
Yeah.
Very nice.
13-5.
Chen nearest to us. She was a graceful player, wasn't she? Beautiful.
Very.
World Championships silver medalist in Kuala Lumpur. When was that? 2007. Asian Games gold medalist in Doha. 2006.
I can't remember the years, but she really played well.
Yeah.
And as you say, very gracefully. A joy to watch.
10-point advantage now. Oh, that's nice.
It's too easy to put that pressure on that backhand side, because every single time she's got to play the backhand and not able to get around it and add some pressure from that side of the court, and it makes it too easy just to punch the clears down that side.
Oh, hang on, wait a minute. The umpire wasn't ready. What was all that about? Called a let. What happened there?
Maybe she was serving in the
Wrong
wrong
side?
side. Wrong side. It was 16. She was serving like 15 or 17, uneven numbers.
Yeah. I told you these umpires are all sharp. Eva Castle in the last match spotted when the players were in the wrong formation.
But that's a good shot. Here is an attacking shot, and honestly, if Hong Kong is going to, get back into this match against India, we need some more attacking play from this young girl to keep them in the game.
Isn't it amazing how we talk about the young Hong Kong player? She's 2 years older than her opponent.
Yeah, but in terms of experience,
yes,
she's very young.
Yeah.
See, it's too easy to push it down there.
Service over. 17-7.
In fact, she looks to me as if she's not really sure what to do or how to get out of trouble on that backhand corner.
No, she's got no plan.
Service over. 8-18.
the air was fine.
19,
The cross-court clear was fine. Just couldn't control the length.
It's going wide as well.
This time the length was
20,
okay.
game point, 8.
A whole host of game point opportunities for PV Sindhu.
Game.
So
First
21-8.
game won by India. 21-8.
Umpire confirming that scoreline. Won by India, 21-8. Just 12 minutes. And one game to the goods. Kusala Venkata Sindhu. Now, what did you make of that? Vary it when your forehand coming forward, some cross court.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, could be it. Could be it.
Isn't it interesting to me, Morton, the body language of the coaches? You know, the Hong Kong coaches, well, they're not looking that buoyant. They're, of course, saying some positive things.
Yeah.
But their feeling about the overall match situation.
Yeah, it's slipping through the fingers.
Yeah.
Hot 1 to 20 seconds. Hot 1 to 20 seconds. Second game, Lobo, play.
Just 12 minutes for that opening game. PV Sindhu won 21-8. And I suppose, Morton, for a player like PV Sindhu, who so loves to attack and hit in a downward direction, then having to play this faster end of the court where she is now probably doesn't have such a dramatic effect on her
It
game.
suits her game very much. She wouldn't like to lift it anyway. She wouldn't like to play that baseline anyway. So she's just getting added on pace through to the fact that she's playing with the drift.
Going out.
Quite a big margin.
Service over. 2, 1. Service over. 2-all.
Yep, I can't say it enough. She's got to go on the attack and try to force the errors from PV Sindhu. Chong Ying May really have to try to find ways of creating that attack and covering her backhand side as much as possible, even going in attacking from that side as well. She's got to find ways of doing that. See, that's much better. Before, in the first game, we saw she was taking that backhand all the time. Now at least she's getting around it.
Yeah. And is that, I mean, obviously we saw from that rally that physically she can play the round the head shot, the Hong Kong player. But, you know, I suppose it's the easy option to turn and play the backhand.
Yes.
Less physical effort. So you have to keep that mental discipline of, yeah, I'm going to work hard, I'm going to get behind every shot.
Yeah, and I think possibly normally in her training she's not getting that pushed, and therefore there's not the urgency here. Now she suddenly realised that she's pushed to do something, and at least she's stepping up to it, which I think is nice.
Yeah.
Service over. 5-4.
Yeah, well, Sindhu's mother there is looking quietly pleased, I think.
Relaxed.
Yes. If I remember correctly from Lucknow, when we met Sindhu's father, not quite so relaxed when he's watching his daughter.
He was really sitting at the edge of that chair. He was.
You see, you proud fathers.
But it was also a more exciting match when we saw him.
Yeah.
It was actually the final against Saina Nehwal.
That's right.
So it was a different match as well. It's wide. Getting around it this time.
7-5.
Yeah, she's playing much better.
She is much better.
Hey.
Yeah, and look
Yeah,
at that.
yeah.
Much better.
Service over. 6-7.
And that's the sort of rally that I saw glimpses of yesterday against Thailand, against Jindapon. Certainly got very nice talent. Nice link shot.
Yeah, good lift, good control by Sindhu.
Oh, that's perfect.
In many ways so grossly unfair.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, but well played by Sindhu. Staying in the rally and suddenly such a beautiful shot. And look at that. Nice finish.
It's nice.
9-6.
Can be quite difficult to control that straight drop. There's a tendency to drag it wide of the court.
Yes. But I like it. Look at how short it is. It's actually landing before the first line.
Yeah.
And that was a very good variation. Despite the fact, you know, it was coming down, it was still a variation, I think. Credit for that.
Just get the impression that Sindhu has just upped the tempo, upped the intensity.
Out. 11-6 interval.
Yeah. Now with a 5-point advantage at the mid-game interval. 21 minutes of the match so far. We've had a 1 minute interval in the opening game, a 2 minute interval in between games.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
It's not an awful lot of playing time, is it?
No.
Play.
Yeah, the coaches there deep in discussion. Oh, it's another perfect net shot from PV Sindhu.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to do it when you're not that under pressure. And mentally, as soon as it's something that really counts, and it's an all-even match, then it's a lot more difficult to play these tight net shots.
Yeah, at least she got by round the head there to play that shot. Yeah, that's lovely. Well played.
Service over. 8-14. Service over. 15-8.
Well, there's a real spring in the step of PV Sindhu, isn't there? Full of confidence.
She should be. See, that's the normal sequence of shots from PV Sindhu, the attacking smash down the line, the follow-up, and really driving the next one. And sometimes I would still like to see her open up the court, go for a cross-court smash from that situation. She always plays it straight down the line.
Oh dear, that's a pity.
18-9.
Yeah, we're left.
Service over. 10-18. Service over. 19-10.
Well, she'll learn from this experience. There's no question of that. Jung May.
But I already think she has learned some.
Yeah.
I see clear signs of her stepping up, and I see clear signs of, you know, I have to cover this, I have to do better on that, and she's doing it. So
Yeah.
She's definitely learned some.
Yeah, first time of asking. 21-8, 21-10, the margin of the victory, and it means, of course, that India have an unassailable lead over Hong Kong in this Group Y encounter. And it also means, I'm looking across to Thailand against Canada on one of the adjoining courts. Thailand also an unassailable lead. It means that when India play Thailand tomorrow, I believe it is, it will be a straight contest for who tops the group and therefore who gets a seeded position at the knockout stage of the contest. Their confirmation 21-8, 21-10 in 26 minutes. For an 18-year-old, physically, she's very mature.
She is, but I don't know, we've had a few discussions in the past 6 months or so about the fact that when she's up against the better players, one of the things that's actually letting her down a bit is the physical side of it.
Yeah. Where she doesn't have that explosive power in the legs to be able to change direction and...
No, it's especially at the front of the court.
Exactly. Yeah. She's done a fine job for India so far in this Yuba Cup campaign. 2 matches played, 2 matches won in straight games. Still from Hong Kong, as we said, will have learnt a lot from this. But a comfortable victory for PV Sindhu, 21-8, 21-10. Well, the Siri Fort Sports Complex. This is the arena where the India Super Series has been played for the last few years. Venue for the Commonwealth Games 4 years ago. And Morton, you were telling me that it was also used for the Asian Games back in, what was it?
1982. It was
82.
built in connection with that.
Right.
So.
And it's a very fine venue for badminton, isn't it?
It is. I'm sure it's been refurbished over the years, but yes, they kept it up very nicely.
Yeah. Apart from the ice cold conditions up at the top here with us, with our winter woolies on. Oh, hang on, wait a minute. Coach is getting some physio treatment there. Oh, leave off physio. Oh, it's a sad state of affairs when the coach needs physio treatment.
After such a hard match.
So 3 matches played, 3 victories to India in the overall tie against Hong Kong. Next up is the second women's doubles, and then we'll finish off with the third singles. And as with the first women's doubles, both pairs on court are a left and right hander.
Second women's doubles, India, represented by